I would like to do Twitch streams when we have a better computer.
Oh, that's right. They found the Wicked Witch of the West episode of Sesame Street.
There was a Wicked Witch of the West episode?
So this is in like the 80s, I think? Probably like late 80s or early 90s. It aired once, and it did not like review well with parents because they thought that the witch was too scary for their kids. Even though the Wicked Witch of the West acts mostly nice throughout most of the episode. I think it's just like the beginning where she acts like a little bit scary, like in the movie, and then it just never aired again.
What kind of unballsy parents?
But someone had recorded it, and we've been looking for this for like 2 decades.
Well, don't show me it right now because we've just started and we've been started.
Okay,
and now,
like, what was the first thing that was recorded?
I can't tell you because then I'll have to edit it out. Anyways.
No, you won't. You have the files. I have the meat.
I don't know how long we've been recording. I repressed it randomly.
Then why didn't you just say that first? You don't have to lie about it. That's not anything to be embarrassed about.
I just didn't know how to word it.
You don't know how to word anything!
Yeah.
Here's the Smash Ultimate Character Select screen.
Send that to me. Because now I have to visual gag that. But,
I can force you to visual gag anything.
You really can.
With the power of my psychic mind bullets. I can just do anything I want.
Alex Ryan does my editing.
But that's illegal.
That's illegal.
Get in the door for
Corby.
Not his. That we're recording. Oh my
god. Cool.
Oh my fucking god, I'm recording.
Welcome everyone to what has been a really mixed E3.
I just
season.
Feel really, but it's not E3. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that thing you do.
Like the choking on cobwebs you just did.
You do it too.
Yeah,
I got it from you.
It's funny.
It's funny when you went to one.
Okay, look, I know we just talked about. I know we just talked about. I can make you edit anything in whenever I want, and that's terrifying.
Yeah.
But did we ever? Maybe we can pull it up. I have this. Did we ever talk about that one night on Discord where we just lost our minds?
Oh my gosh, I'd love to put that in. That'd be freaking insane.
I wonder if there's a way where
my gosh. I could probably do it. I can do a frame by frame or maybe screen record my computer.
Let's just not talk about the thing we were going to talk about, bro. Let's just go all the way back.
Oh my, no, come on. Let's not bring that up right now.
But it's funny.
We'll do it later.
No!
It'll be easier later. We've got a quota. Okay, so first off, hey, want to know why there's not, like, MoonFriends Let's Plays going on? Or do you just not care? The answer is, yeah. The answer really ends up to this point, which is me and Drew work, and that's basically our lives.
Yeah, you're full-time now.
I'm full-time now. I don't have as much time to edit. And our computer is super slow. It took literally like 25 hours. Or no, I think it took 30-something to render the last podcast, which was the Sonic podcast, the Sonic movie podcast. And that is a frightening thought. So we're going to try and keep them a little shorter. Emphasis on try, because we have a few things to talk about today. We don't have a lot to talk about, but that's why we can't do super long stuff right now, because our computer is trash and we just don't have the processing power for it. We just need to afford better stuff. But mainly on my part, I guess. But other than that, it's also just sometimes hard for me and Drew to get in the same room, just to like we hang out like every so often. We don't hang out like weekly or any specific time. It's just random. So there's that. But other than that, Drew, how have you been feeling this June?
I can't believe Silk Song wasn't some dream I had back in 2019. 2019! February of 2019. Oh my god.
Yeah, I kind of wanted to bring that up. February of 2019, like, you've been sitting on this for, like, almost, I want to say 3.5 years. And how does it feel to finally have that pay off?
It's, so, during that presentation, because I didn't watch the whole thing,
I didn't watch the whole thing.
Xbox made a statement that all of the games within that showcase were coming out within the next 12 months.
Mm-hmm.
That's not a statement from Team Cherry. They've not made any specific promises for a release date. It was just like that trailer. Jeff Keighley has not said anything. Summer Games Fest has not said anything. That's just Xbox. I'm willing to take their word for it, though, because I feel like otherwise that'd be false advertising.
Yeah, I feel like, especially with a game like that, I feel like this is about... I think development time is about could be wrapping up. I know it's a small team, and that factors in.
I mean, it's bigger than it was for the first Hollow Knight. People have been theorizing that the reason this game's been taking a good long time too is because they just decided to like keep adding in content rather than kind of just cut it off anywhere. Probably until recently.
I think it's also that, and I also think that whenever you bring any new blood to like a project, you kind of have to have them learn the engine.
That too.
Yeah. So if they've been bringing people in more before this project, not before, like during the project.
Yeah.
Then they've had to learn it. They've had to like given them like a test demo to be like, hey, test out all these mechanics, test out these controls, get a feel for the game, and then you'll start work on it.
Yeah, that's possible too.
So I'm thinking that's probably what's taken majority of time. Because again, not a big studio like Nintendo.
We're gonna get it by June of next year. That is. Oh my god.
Yeah.
I just want Hort to step on me. That's all I want, please.
With her, I don't even think she has legs.
That's okay.
Or, well, not legs. She doesn't have feet. She just has like. We
can actually just move on.
Points.
I regret everything I just said.
That's fine.
I don't really.
No, that's fine.
Well, is she like human sized or is she like 1 inch?
Well, I guess in the Hollow Knight world they would be like 1 inch, right?
Right, because there's bugs. Like no humans, but like yeah, they're all bugs.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, you could argue too that the whole thing is like an underground colony. So. Like,
it is underground.
Then yeah, that's all you need to hear. That's all you need to know. It's not the human world. It's their size world.
Right.
Just wherever on.
The question is there even a human world there? I don't.
It's all up for debate. I don't think Hollow Knight lore is meant to go that far, but
no, not. Do we have anything else to talk about? You know what? There is Sonic Frontiers.
Sonic Frontiers, which has been getting progressively more and more positive buzz than it has been negative. And I personally, I think I'm kind of starting to get excited for the game.
I don't know what happened with the marketing because it started out really, really spotty.
Define spotty.
Just showing off really early footage when like 2 weeks later comes up footage from a newer build of the game with fixes to half the stuff we saw. And then the Sonic Direct recently. Airing on the same day and the same starting time as another IGN live stream. Like, no one coordinated that with each other.
Mm-hmm.
Just a lot of weird stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then just as soon as Summer Games Fest happened, the game started looking good.
No, yeah, and I'm sure everyone knows this by now, but they had basically it was a demo, but I can't remember. There were specific like things like you had to basically schedule an appointment to play the demo.
Yeah, and for whatever reason, I don't think any other game, or at least most other games, were not like this. They would not let people record. So everything that we've seen of that demo is just people like walking by with a camera trying to be discreet. There's no,
which is weird.
Now I imagine that we'll be getting more of that footage, like officially from game outlets and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Next like week or two, like by the end of June, by the time that IGN's exclusivity ends, which is if IGN did not have a temporary exclusive right to show off this game, it would have looked so much better. The first impressions wouldn't have been so bad. I think it looks really fun, actually.
Yeah, one of my biggest problem with the first impressions video that IGN did is like I'm not too much of a stickler on graphics. I've never really been. If the game is fun, then it's fun.
Yeah.
But there was something about the animations that really hit me hard the first time where I was just like, the animations didn't look that clean. They looked like they were like pretty dirty. And like, obviously they can clean it up, but like, once I saw the cleaned up versions, I was like, oh yeah, that.
Yeah.
Like, absolutely that. Like, don't even. Like, that was absolutely what I wanted to see.
They gotta fix those trick animations, though.
Yes, that there's still.
And I get the feeling they won't be fixed, but please.
It's not perfect. Obviously, no game is.
I can hear bone snap every time he goes in the air.
Yeah. The Sonic Frontiers, and by the way, of course, we didn't record the Sonic Central because it's Sonic Central. Even though we both watched it in separate locations.
Here's proof that Knuckles can stand without his legs buckling. Stay tuned.
Yeah. Here's hey, guess what? The Sonic Symphony's going on tour. And every one of the band members, including the orchestra, was like,
Yeah! And we've seen more footage of Big in Sonic Prime than Shadow. Shadow has not even spoken a word.
As he often does, though.
But it's the principle of the thing.
I know.
Okay.
I know. But,
Good game.
Sonic has had a mixed E3.
Sonic's had a mixed Sonic.
Yeah. He certainly had his own Sonic time. But, one of the other things I want to discuss that I recently brought to Drew's attention was, Final Fantasy had their, I think it was 25 years of Final Fantasy VII, and they revealed Crisis Core for Switch. I will 100% be playing that.
It will run at 3 FPS, and you will like it.
I mean, and here's the part, like, I know it said the gameplay footage is not final, and which, I mean...
It never is.
But
initial trailers like
I will say the trailer I showed you and the trailer I saw, and I don't know if this is anyone else, so feel free to correct me. I feel like the IGN footage I saw was better quality, and the Nintendo Switch trailer I just showed Drew was lower quality. So I feel like that's kind of what they're sacrificing. Like, not...
Oh, you think it was actually different gameplay footage, not just like the video...
No, not just
being rendered at a different... Okay.
I think it's going to be a bit different, like, texture-wise, a little bit.
Because I feel like any other time they show off a trailer for a multi-plat game, even for, like, the Switch trailers, they just show footage of a PC build.
Yeah, usually. But, I don't know, it just felt a little different. I'm not sure. Feel free to correct me on that, people. But, other than that, I think it's time to predict what potential we have. And I think we're pretty confident on most of it.
Yeah, there isn't anything else to talk about, right? Nothing else in Xbox like Starfield or Last of Us Remastered.
I personally am not. I have no stake in that territory. I've never had any strong emotion towards that. But
you're the one who owns an Xbox. You're the one who owns an Xbox.
I own all of them. I own all the things.
I wish I had room for things.
Yeah. Fucking get a house with me, boy. And one of the things I wanted to start off with was obviously updates for games regarding Nintendo Switch Sports and Mario Strikers.
Oh, first, we should bring up the bet that I started with you and immediately regretted.
Oh, yeah. This was it last week?
June 13th. I think that was about a week ago. Yeah. Here. On the Discord, I have with you and one viewer and my lonesome sociopathic thoughts. I've come to make an announcement.
Take a screenshot so I can put this in.
I'm declaring a bet with Ryan. Don't say Kaching is my middle name, Kaching. I can't say your full name. We have to.
I can beat that out. I can beat that out.
Just replace it with Gilbert Gottfried saying Mr. Beast.
Oh, I'll find what I can. I'll see what I can do. But go
on. John Smith, my good friend of the podcast, John Smith, claims that Nintendo Summer Direct will stream Wednesday, June 29th. I declare a $5 USD bet that it will air instead on Tuesday, June 14th. And then my whole evidence for all that was every year since 2013, without missing a beat, Tuesday. Mm-hmm. Usually second or third Tuesday of June. And then I was waiting like 12 hours. And I go on Twitter around noon. By then, it's always announced when there's a direct. Nothing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so my prediction was the 29th for a reason most people probably have already heard of already. But
and we can still get that. Listen, there's no rule saying, oh, if we have a direct one week, we can't have a direct the next week. Yeah. There's no rule saying that.
This can just be like solid Nintendo Direct predictions for whatever.
Yeah, this can be whenever. I just wanted to point out that I'm a fucking idiot.
Well, no, you had reasons behind why you said it. It's just like, so what? It didn't happen.
Yeah, it's not a big deal. It's just, of course, if I had made this bet in any of the other, 5 years I've known you, right, yeah. I would have won.
Yeah.
But this year...
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know.
When you win.
Yeah, I know the feeling.
Said Mr. I don't remember the president of the company.
Mr. Beast. But,
Thank you, Mr. That's a terrible Gilbert Gottfried impression. Cut it out. No.
Anyway, the
emergency, Ryan.
Yeah.
I came prepared, and I didn't tell you this because I want to surprise you on the podcast, like I love to do. Because I'm just a little goblin. Man, those are really big cocks that just flew in our mouths. I have prepared
dildos. Go on.
Close. A bingo board.
Oh.
Very, very close. I have 24 squares of things.
Oh.
I have not assembled the board, but I have the list, and I just have to write it down.
Okay.
And if because I heard you only had a couple predictions, so I figured I could introduce to you some of my ideas.
Okay.
But either way, we will make our own boards, and then whenever the next direct comes, we can see who wins. Right. Even though every single time I've tried this with somebody, no one ever gets a bingo, ever, even with the free space.
Yeah.
But I'm going to try anyway, because I love gambling when it doesn't actually involve money. Besides the $5 bet, shut up.
Well, it's fun to guess. It's fun to guess at things that are basically low stakes.
Okay, so I'm going to go in alphabetical order. Anything you brought up earlier, I promise I have on this list.
Okay. Most likely, I'm sure. Advance
Wars. Are we finally going to get a release date, or is that game canceled because of the war that's still going?
It might just say suspended indefinitely.
I doubt it. I feel like they're just going to crank it out. Because I think, yes, the war is still happening, full force. But now that it's not quite on every headline, and we're going back to Local Man Loves Puppy, 7 Action News.
Mm-hmm. Local Karen tries sushi. Hates it. Surprise, surprise.
So I think they'll probably just release it later this year. It will just be a random date. They might shadow drop it. They might say, oh, it's just September 4th.
It'll be coming within the next coming months.
It'll be September 11th, only in the United States. It's September 10th everywhere else.
Yeah. My birthday. September 10th.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the day after. My birthday is the day after Splatoon 3 comes out.
Yeah. I'm not buying you that game.
You don't have to.
I'm not buying you anything.
Thank you.
You fucking cum stain on the Georgian sidewalk.
Georgian?
Not the state, by the way, the country.
Oh, I thought you were just send the man sidewalk.
I don't know if that country has any sidewalks. I feel like I have no idea what that country is, so I can only assume they're just perpetually stuck in the 1600s.
Mm-hmm.
Arms. This is immediately where we get into the oddball picks.
Okay, Arms? Like, are you saying like an Arms 2?
Yes. No, that game's not getting updates anymore, for sure.
How recent did, is there a, for the Switch, is there like a boxing for, I know there's Switch boxing, but then like for the Switch sports that came out recently, is there like a boxing type thing?
I don't think that would make a difference, but I can check.
I mean, you could go franchise based, but I don't know if that would be. No, you know what? They did release 2 sports games back to back, so.
Well, don't they have soccer in here, bro? Mario Strikers.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Oh, okay, yeah. Ours came out in 2017. I think it stopped getting updates in like 2019 or 2020.
I guess it would be about that time. They could do it for like a new console. I don't know.
If they were going to make a sequel.
If it's a big if.
I already lost
the what?
There it is. I keep losing where it is in my notes. I have like a million notes on my phone at any given time, and half of it's just like ice cream flavors, vanilla, chocolate, and
I got shit like that too. I feel terrible about that.
Ice cream flavors idea. Picante Cayenne. Diet Mountain Dew. Yeah. Bayonetta 3.
Themes for If I Was in Wrestling.
You ruined my fucking segue.
I stuck a bottle cap in my mouth.
I know.
No, I was just explaining it to
the figure people. It out, don't worry. It's okay.
Bayonetta 3.
I'll take you to urgent care.
I've never played Bayonetta. But I feel like I've been played by her a number of times.
Hey! Hey!
Yeah?
No!
I can't tell if you're happy or mad.
Yes! I mean, mad! I mean, why would you... Okay, Breath of the Wild 2.
Breath of the Wild 2.
You fucking pervert cretin.
Title, at least, please.
Now, the Bayonetta 3 design is the best one. How has her design gotten better every single time? Fight me on Twitter. Here's my account. Breath of the Wild 2.
What, is that your address and phone number?
No, don't go on my Twitter.
Wait, is that a subscription link for our channel?
If you follow me on Twitter, I will...
complain.
Wait, I already do that. I don't have to do more work. Yeah, just follow me. I'm available.
He will absolutely complain about anything you bring up to him.
Yeah.
He recently had a
like how
Sonic Unleashed thing.
Bayonetta's design in the first game was the scrapped Conehead character design.
Scrapped Conehead character.
It was almost...
I know. I think about that sometimes.
Yeah, you think about Bayonetta a lot, don't you?
Not really.
Breath of the Wild 2.
Breath of the Wild 2, I'm hoping to at least get some sort of title screen. Or not even title screen, just title. Give me something that's not Breath of the Wild 2.
I feel like the next time they show this game, whenever that is, it's time. Like, that's when we get the info. Because they can't wait until, like, the month of release. They can't wait until March 2023.
No, I think that they need to... If they really want this game to start getting publicity, stop with the BOTW2 hashtag.
Now, when I say...
Get a new name in there.
Of course, I feel like I have to clarify for all 10 cockroaches listening. When I say Nintendo can't, what I mean is they're going to do that anyway, and I'll be kind of angry for a day.
I'll just be confused, but...
Welcome to being a consumer of products.
By the way, if anyone hears certain sounds, we don't have proper, like, sound equipment, and also I'm right next to a refrigerator that I need to move. Because this room is not exactly crammed, but that's just the way my room is set up. So, Heads up for that.
Wait, open it again? Is that where... I've been looking for that for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
I haven't even seen you in like a month. What?
Yeah.
How did you fucking get that?
I'm a collector, man.
You mean a kleptomaniac?
No.
Yes.
Collector.
There's no reason you would have that.
That's the title that won't get me in jail.
I've been trying to think of a punchline for this joke the whole time, and I just fucking can't.
Your fleshlight.
The real punchline. What was the third letter in that word?
E.
So do you want to be buried or cremated?
Both.
Honestly, you know what? If you already brought it, I don't like fleshlights.
I don't get the purpose of them, but whatever.
I've tried it. I don't know. It's not great. You know what else isn't that great? Donkey Kong.
Yeah,
Brand fleshlight. No, I can't. Fleshlight. Okay,
I don't get.
We've said that word enough times. I'm good.
Yeah, but I'm not the biggest Donkey Kong fan. I've never had a reason to be. He's just specifically 2D, always in my mind. I know there was a 3D game, but like, I never saw anything astronomical that would make me think, yeah, Donkey Kong. I don't know. It just never reached out at me.
I feel like we're kind of waiting for that. But the reason I brought up Donkey Kong in particular is we've had this rumor for I think 6 months now, that a 3D Donkey Kong game is in
3D.
in the works. Not by Retro, but by one of Nintendo's core studios. But here's the thing: is for every single one of these rumors we get, they're making a new Paper Mario. Well, what is it? And then we get a Paper Mario. But then we also get the Star Fox racing game, Star Fox Grand Prix, that people wouldn't stop talking about for it must have been 3 years.
Oh my gosh.
Yep, bro, it was canceled, bro. I mean, and maybe it was, but was it really? Or was it just people talking out of their ass cheeks for 3 years?
Was it like the, well, no, I guess that's more... I was going to say the Grinch leak for Smash, but I feel like that was more we kind of already knew.
Oh, that was just a huge hoax, and I'm so embarrassed I even fell for it. That's the picture you find when you look up copium. It's just
copium.
Me ranting to Ryan in a Wendy's on a cold December morn.
And me listening wow, this is so in-depth.
I really have to call the police, right now. And then just the next day, we got fucking Piranha.
But, so there's that. Donkey Kong, what else?
F-Zero.
Oh, you're talking about a new F-Zero?
Yeah, well, anything.
Okay.
I guess most likely it would be.
How do you think people would respond to a remaster?
Sure. I feel like F-Zero is one of those things where it's anything. Just give this franchise attention that's not Captain Falcon and Smash. Because that's a given.
It's funny. I feel like Nintendo has... you look at, Smash Bros. Original, and you're like, man, there's... Mario is the platformer. Or Mario is, the 2D platformer.
Yeah.
Zelda can be, the best 3D platformer type thing, because it's okay, it's adventurous. Samus is, the first-person shooter type situation. Captain Falcon is the race car driver.
Mm-hmm.
And you kind of have, you have a big template there.
Yeah.
And I feel like Nintendo has just sold out everything and just said, Mario, Zelda, done. And it's I really think that you could build 7 good franchises. Other than just putting Mario's face everywhere.
I feel like they kind of do, though. I mean, are we counting stuff that they don't directly devolve, like Kirby and Xenoblade?
Well, I'm saying they don't give attention to it, in a big way. They treat it like it's big, but we all know it's not big.
Well, you also have to remember that F-Zero did not do well for 5 games in a row, and then Nintendo stopped making games, and then people were like, where's all the games? They just weren't selling well. The sales are getting worse and worse every time. And that doesn't mean I'm not saying they're all commercial failures, but yeah, like when you see a trend like that, it's not unusual for a business to be like, no, let's keep this going for 30 years.
What would this is kind of a bigger problem, just specifically with F-Zero and like racing games. But like, I've never been too interested in racing games. The only reason I like Mario Kart is because it's silly, and you can take it kind of less seriously because of the circumstances of like.
Then something with a more competitive edge to it.
Yeah, because like I remember Sonic Riders. Sonic Riders is like kind of barely Mario Kart, where it's like, okay, it's a bit more taken seriously, but like that's the whole game there.
Right.
Mario Kart, it's like, oh, you got bamboozled by the banana.
Yeah.
You got all the green shell got you. It's like it's kind of cutesy to where it like sacrifices a lot of the competitive nature.
Yeah.
And depending on how competitive you are, you can look at it in a different way. It makes
it a more interesting game for multiplayer because it's more like a fun romp.
Yes. But like F-Zero, I feel like is kind of that Sonic Riders equivalent of like strictly competitive gameplay.
Yeah.
Because it's like, and I've never played F-Zero. I'm sure with multiplayer it could be fun, but
I mean, there's definitely some goofier stuff about in like GX where like there's a bunch of cutscenes and a lot of characters and stuff. But yeah, when it comes to the moment-to-moment gameplay,
yeah,
the single player campaign is just here's all the racetracks and it's like really, really difficult.
Mm-hmm. Like that's another thing is F-Zero is it's like that nightmare of Sonic and Sonic's 2D stages in like 3D, where it's just you're looking at everything head on, and you're like, granted you can't jump or anything, but it's like everything's in front of you, but nothing's in front of you.
You mean like
go so fast
when they put classic Sonic stages like in 3D?
Yeah,
and it's just like the linear, like Mario 1 in 3D. Okay.
Yeah, like that's what I meant. Where it's like everything's in front of you, but really nothing's in front of you.
Yeah, nothing discernible. I get what you mean.
And it's like F-Zero is cool. I like the F-Zero stage in Mario Kart. I think it's neat. I think it's fun. And you know what? If they made stuff like that in a F-Zero setting, I'd probably be into that. I think the problem is that's a challenge. And I don't know if Nintendo really wants to challenge themselves like that.
Yeah, I think for F-Zero to be guaranteed a decent amount of sales, it would require so much more flair for people to be interested.
Yeah.
And I think that's just why Nintendo hasn't really they don't know what to do to make it more interesting from an artistic standpoint and from a gameplay standpoint.
Well, you gotta imagine Nintendo, who also prides themselves on being like a family-friendly company. They're very like.
We really deadass talked about this longer than anything else. So
well, but this is okay. I talk about this because I've never been able to talk about this before. Because it's like Nintendo is also a company that says, like with Mario Kart, hey, this is the family style of fun gameplay. We're just gonna leave it at that.
You know why we're going to leave it at that? Because we sell 11 million copies a year. Yes. Of course you're going to leave it.
Mm-hmm.
Last F-Zero game sold like 0.8 million on the GBA.
No, you can switch to something else. I was just saying that's why I was...
No, that's why I wasn't critiquing you. I just thought it was a funny observation.
No, that's good. I just... That's just something I think on constantly.
How should I approach this? Okay, no, I'll come on and say it. I was gonna be a sneaky little guinea pig, and not tell Ryan the truth about this one. I'll say what it is first. Fire Emblem, and I don't mean Three Hopes. I mean the next mainline Fire Emblem.
Yeah.
The reason that I was gonna be conniving with this was the day after I put this on, because I figured it doesn't feel like it was that long ago, but Three Houses was 3 years ago. Mm-hmm. Yes, the DLC came after. That's DLC. Yes, Three Hopes is here. Spin-off by a completely different developer.
Mm-hmm.
It's about time for another Fire Emblem.
Mm-hmm.
The joke was that the day after, I think, that I made this list, a supposed leak came out, and I haven't necessarily heard of anything debunking it. It just seems like actual footage of an early build of the next Fire Emblem game. And it could be fake. We haven't seen it proven. Like, we won't know if it's proven until we see some kind of, like, copyright or trademark filed or a trailer of the game. But this may or may not just be a second free space. And the joke was, I wasn't going to tell Ryan it was a free space.
Okay.
But so, not guaranteed free space.
That's fair enough. You and I both, I think, don't really have too much of a horse in the whole Fire Emblem thing.
Get it? Because you have your... It's not even... Okay.
But, like, we don't... At least I don't care, really, about... I see some of the character designs. I'm like, that's neat. I just don't... I'm not a battle strategist.
I like strategy. I will try Fire Emblem at some point. I promise.
Didn't you try Three Houses and you said you were just not into it?
Awakening, but that was also a long time ago.
Mm-hmm.
I've never tried any other Fire Emblem game.
Okay. I thought you said you tried Three Houses like a while
back. Three Houses is a good place to start.
But yeah, that's really the only thing I could really say about Fire Emblem. If there is another one in development, I hope it doesn't take up 10 minutes of whatever future direct we may get.
Right, just like a normal trailer.
Excuse me.
And now we go to Fire Emblem Three Hopes, which comes out the 24th, right? Friday?
I believe so, yes.
Do you think we're going to see something about it if there's a direct next week or 2 weeks from now?
See, I feel like everything's been leaked about that game, though. I feel like I've seen some leaks about that, to where it's like, here's the main villain, here's this, here's that,
It leaked, I think, 2 days ago.
So, at worst, we're going to get a 4-minute part of the direct where it's dedicated to that, and that's going to suck. I don't think we need to see anything.
Because you know it's going to be too early for DLC or an update or something.
You know,
probably.
What did Hyrule Warriors do? They had like a 2-minute trailer, and they were just like, for the latest one.
Yeah.
They had like a 2-minute trailer. They didn't even say who the villain was. But we kind of knew who the villain was.
Yeah.
And it was like, all right, sure. Like, just 1-minute trailer, in and out. If they're going to do that, fine. No more than 2 minutes. Because that will be a killer.
This one is probably going to make you come in your pants a little bit. I'll get the paper towel. Mainline Mario.
Okay. I've never said I'm excited about that.
Okay.
But I have said I predict it. A lot of people are saying, at least from what I've heard and seen, Super Mario Odyssey 2, I know you would hate that. But I kind of predict new companion, new game, new 3D style.
Yeah.
I would personally love another adventure with Flood, but that's my personal interest, so I'm not going to predict that. All I'm predicting is teaser for new mainline sandbox Mario.
In the next direct.
That's
okay,
what
and it's another sandbox style. Okay.
Because it's been a while.
I was actually just thinking of something as you were talking about Odyssey 2. And I don't know why it took me this many years to come to this conclusion, but there's now a distinct reason I just concocted. I don't think there will be an Odyssey 2. And it's not a guarantee. Like, they can just make one if they want. But the whole reason that Galaxy 2 happened in the first place was because they had so many ideas for Mario Galaxy 1 that they just didn't have the time or the resources to put it all in the first game. Mm-hmm. But this was in the Wii, where you did not have DLC. You could not do DLC on the Nintendo Wii.
Mm-hmm.
The servers would have exploded. Whereas, Bowser's Fury, like, that's an add-on to 3D World. It happened years later, and it's kind of something anyway.
Yeah.
And then I feel like if they really had anything else they really, really wanted to do with Odyssey, it would have just been DLC or a free update.
Can I propose a disagreement to that?
Of course, absolutely. All for it.
So, was there ever a moment where you thought, you know what? I think I see a shimmer of an idea. And then you're thinking, oh no, that could become a whole nother idea.
I feel like you're talking about something specific.
So what happens at the end of Odyssey? We see Bowser, or Mario-controlled Bowser, and then with Peach, goes into the electric thing.
Mm-hmm.
He goes in as Bowser.
Yeah. Captures that stack on top of each other.
Stacked captures, but not just stacked captures. I feel like you could play a lot more with the landscapes like that too.
So,
and create another harder.
Essentially, what you're proposing to me is Mario Odyssey cross Kirby 64, where you combine copy abilities.
I didn't even know that Kirby 64 did that.
Yeah, there's like 8 different copy abilities, and you can combine like fire and fire, or fire and stone, or fire and ice.
Well, yeah, I'm saying like imagine
Wiggler plus Charging Koopa. I fucking hate Odyssey. Just let me move on. Just let me move on.
I'm just saying that's if that were the route that they decided to take, it would not surprise me.
I'm just saying, stop ruining my life at every given opportunity. Give yourself a break. You work hard, and you don't even get paid for this. Just let me have my fucking Linear Mario. I don't even like Mario that much. Just let me have the little fucking have. Let me have fucking grains of sand.
I would rather. You know what I would rather? I would rather a flipping Super Mario Sunshine remake.
Okay, so Strike 2. Got it.
What do you mean Strike 2?
Remaster or remake?
Remake.
Okay, I'd be willing to give it a shot.
Because, like, imagine that you don't have to fucking warp now, and that you can just go to wherever you want to go.
Warping is like Jesus Sunshine.
Well, no, but I mean, like...
I played that game for 40 minutes, and I was out of there.
That's true, if you didn't experience everything that game had to offer, but,
I don't know, it just didn't jive with me.
Which is fine. But that's, I don't know. That's one of my many ideas on that, but... Moving on, what was next?
Mario and Rabbids Spark of Hope.
We'll probably see that. We're definitely going to see that.
Because Ubisoft had a showcase this year, right? And I don't think we saw anything about it.
I didn't even hear that they had a showcase, but I haven't been keeping my ear too open.
If Ubisoft showed anything off this year, I don't think they ever mentioned Mario and Rabbids 2. So, ever since the announcement of that game...
Do you think that... Was it last year that they could have possibly been a little pissed that Ubisoft revealed the game? Like with a full cinematic trailer?
No, because that stuff's planned out in advance. Unless you're talking about the leak. It was leaked on Nintendo's website, but that's not anyone's real fault.
No. Well, I guess, I don't know.
No, if like Ubisoft and Nintendo are having a presentation at the same event, they're talking about that.
Okay.
So, no, that's not like Ubisoft went behind anyone's back. I guess that's really it.
Yeah, there's not much to say about it. Just Mario. I mean, I played Mario and Rabbids, the first one, recently. It's a solid B. it's an okay game. I could not invest anything beyond the first world. So, going on.
Mario Kart 8 booster courses.
Yes, I remember. I wanted to bring that up. Yes. Do you have any predictions for courses? Because I know we're definitely going to see that.
No, just more of the same conclusion we reached earlier, where the majority is going to be from Tour, and what wasn't from Tour is what Tour is already pulling from the most, like Super Mario Kart and 7 and Wii. With that said, because I think Tour has had it for a while now. I just really want Dino Jungle.
What's that one from?
That's from Double Dash. I think it's in the the special cup.
Fucking Double Dash ones in there.
We're gonna get a couple.
Double Dash was so fucking fun. I'm pissed. Did you know I sold that game?
No.
I didn't even know what a gem I had back then.
And then you got $7, and then you put it on the shelf for $53.
I think it was $7. I got pissed.
You mean your favorite Mario Kart power-up, the Lucky Number 7, which was replaced by the stellar Crazy 8? The one that 0 people have ever said, I'm so glad I got that one.
I don't think I think like only 12 people have ever gotten it in their life. I've never seen it in many things.
Just put the fucking boo in and let me turn invisible. Just let me do that shit again. Do you think we'll see or hear anything about the Mario movie?
I'm expecting a 30-second teaser.
Really?
Maybe a character model reveal.
Because I don't think we're going to get anything.
When I say expecting, I don't necessarily, and this is kind of separate from the direct, I know we're doing direct predictions, but I mean in the regards, like, I'm expecting that sooner rather than later because it is coming out this year, or so it says. It hasn't been pushed back or anything, so...
I guess I should rephrase. If we get anything, I don't think it's going to be a trailer, because...
I expect, like, what Transformers 2 had, which is a 30-second... Here's a frame, or not frame, but like here's a scene, here's a scene.
Snippet, yeah.
Yeah, like little snippets of like, here's what the Mushroom Kingdom looks like. There's Mario. He's looking at something, and Princess Peach is looking at something too.
December 22nd.
That's it. That's all I'm expecting.
I don't know if I've ever talked about this with you. I have, ever since the movie was announced, I figured they will never show even a teaser trailer in a direct. Just if they ever talk about it, it's just kind of news, like what they did with the cast reveal. Charlie Day's Luigi. Good lord.
And Doug Walker as Bowser.
Don't remind me of my greatest line ever.
It's one of my favorites.
Just because I feel like a Nintendo Direct, like, yes, they get a lot of views. When Universal uploads a movie trailer and it gets 14 million views in the first, like, 2 days, a Nintendo Direct would suck a lot of the views out.
That's true.
So I feel like Universal will just upload it, start airing in theaters, and then Nintendo might put it on their channel later, but...
I would say...
I don't know if it's like tinfoil hatty or not. I would need feedback on that.
Let me put it this way. I think it would be smart to release a trailer around when they have the next direct. Like, I would say within a span of 10 days, either before or after a direct.
Yeah.
Because people will kind of be hyped on Nintendo.
Right. I think that would be good too. I'm waiting for them to do a trailer.
Yeah.
It does come out this winter, right? Like this November, December?
This winter.
It's June.
Mm-hmm.
What are they?
I'm thinking July is probably the latest. July is the latest because that's like a 5-month gap. Usually these trailers kind of come out like... Do you remember the Avengers Endgame trailer when that came out? You don't... Never
My
mind.
brain just turned the lights off.
So... that movie came out, I think it was...
It's the end game for my attention.
The trailer came out, I think, late December, early January. And the movie came out like 4 or 5 months after that. So I feel that's kind of the space we're dealing with, where it's like it's going to be 4 or 5 months.
Okay.
Where that's going to happen, because they don't want people to just be hype. They want people to carry their hype. They want people to be like, oh, it's coming. Oh, it's soon. I can feel it.
Maybe I wasn't aware of this just because I don't usually keep up with movies at all. So what you're telling me is that Hollywood is, somehow, in one regard at least, smarter than the games industry.
At times, yes.
Hey, do you remember what E3 Metroid Prime 4 was shown in? 2017. The year the Switch came out. Mm-hmm. Do you know what else was shown in there? Splatoon 2 and Yoshi's Crafted World.
Both games which have come out, and one that is done.
By the way, I'm not mad.
Contrary to popular belief.
By fucking way. By the way, speaking of things
I
don't have a segue,
here's another just quick tidbit for you. Sonic 2. We saw that game. We saw the trailer, and then 5 months later.
Oh, okay.
So that's kind of the time frame I'm thinking. Or was it 5 months? I think it was 4.
Well, if you carry the 3, Mario Strikers Battle League.
I am expecting 2 extra characters because that's usually the limit they do. And then...
No, that's not true. Mario Tennis Aces, we got 1 character a month. Wasn't one of them, unironically, a fire piranha plant? I fucking hate this company, Metroid Prime 4. Oh, wait a minute. I still hate this company. Yay! Can't wait to hear the mic peak on that one.
It should be fun. But, do you really want to say anything about Battle League?
No. We got that banner on Retro Studios' Twitter page back in like March, and it probably doesn't mean anything. It's not indicative of anything in the game, nor of any promise of information soon.
I'm just expecting free updates because I feel like the sales, I don't know how much they sold.
Oh, you're talking Mario Strikers. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry. You moved on to Metroid, I'm sorry.
No.
Steamed Hams.
No, I was just thinking, like, because they did this last year with Mario Golf. I feel like it's a thing they kind of do with every sports game, where they're just like, all right, it's a sports game. That's kind of the customer viewpoint on it, at least me, where some people are like, I love it, and then some people are just like, when I pay $60 for this, and then they'll be like, well, what about this character's in now? Okay.
Captain Toadette!
But then 2 people on the planet go, and then they buy it. That's really all I'm thinking of. Okay, now we can.
To Metroid Prime 4?
Oh, so nothing.
Right.
What's next? I'm so sorry. But what was it just last year that we got? Yeah, we got Metroid Dread. She was crying. Or he's about to cry. Nintendo came and took my baby.
Nintendo came, but I didn't. Yeah. New IP?
Nintendo popped their Team Cherry. Okay, that's the worst thing I've ever seen.
New IP!
What would it even be?
You're going without dinner for a week. Bayonetta looking ass. If you looked like Bayonetta, actually, I would feel very uncomfortable about our friendship.
Yeah, I would hope so. But also, what did new IP?
Yeah. Fuck it.
I'm gonna say no, just because I can't even picture what that would be. It could very well be something, but I just can't think of anything.
Listen, I had to fill 24 spots.
No, that's fine. So did Nintendo. The difference is they're
Life is Strange 3 Oregon Trail.
Oregon Trail? Here's a spleen! Jenny, you could use this. Here's a heart. Oh, our developers lost that along the way. Here you go.
Nintendo Switch Online.
Game Boy. Which is, everyone keeps saying Game Boy stuff. I have no real hope for that. Okay. I have no racing Game Boy games. They're Game Boy games. Do I want to play a Game Boy game on my, TV? Let me think about that. I don't care. If I ever wanted to play a Game Boy game, I think I just want a remaster.
I can't believe you literally hate every Game Boy game. I can't believe you're actually telling me this right now with your mouth and teeth.
I can't think of any that I like.
Sorry.
Or that I'm interested in.
That's okay.
I feel like every game that's been a Game Boy game has had some sort of better game.
Yeah.
That's all I can think of. I don't know why people are so hype about that. I've heard so many people saying, like, oh, we're going to get Game Boy games. We're going to get Golden Sun. Okay.
That's Game Boy Advance.
Yeah, that too. GBA.
You're talking about... I don't know if that comes up on the mic.
You're right next to it. That's why you can hear it.
Well, I can't hear it. I can hear my voice.
I can hear it. Or we can hear it. The audience can hear it.
Who's we? Who's we really?
The audience of one. And it's me when I edit. What's next?
A joke I can't come up with. I want to say about NSO, I don't think we're going to get it. If the Direct is before September, I don't think we're going to hear about NSO. Because usually
we get a DLC add-on for Breath of the Wild. The first one.
What are you talking about?
I don't know. I just been thinking about the NSO expansion and how they've been like adding like DLC from games into it.
So DLC for Breath of the Wild 1.
Yeah.
2 cock squirts before Breath of the Wild 2.
Yeah.
No dinner for 2 weeks.
So you know I'm right.
What do you mean I know you're right? No, I don't know.
Splatoon 3 gets announced, and then they can put the Octo expansion from 2 on there?
That didn't happen!
What do you mean?
Oh my... You mean... Okay.
What? Did I word something wrong?
No, I am a crazy person, and you have every right to be mad at me. But let me explain. I thought you meant developing new DLC for Breath of the Wild 1. You are talking about... They already made it, and they'll put it on Expansion Pass.
Yes.
Okay. I'm sorry, I'm...
Why would they make new DLC when it...
I got 2 tiddlywinks of sleep. Just enough to remember that tiddlywinks is a word that some pedophile from the 1800s used before he got Sarah.
Before he got Wunger no Bunger.
Before he got... What? Okay, alright, so, this is one of the weirder picks. At Xbox, they showed off ports of Persona 3, 4, and 5 Royal to everything except Switch. And in a desperate attempt to fill another square, do you think Nintendo would be like, yeah, us too?
The way you said that was perfect. Yeah, us too.
By the way, the answer's no.
Yeah, I was going to say, the answer's basically no. If they didn't announce the initial thing.
Like, no. Could we get it, like, a year from now or something? Maybe, sure, I guess. But, like, it's not happening right now, I don't think.
Persona 5 isn't even on the...
No, it's not. We have Persona 5 Strikers, which is the 19th Koei Tecmo Samurai Wabadaba.
Wabadaba.
But we don't have... We have SMT. That's not Persona. Very similar game in a lot of respects. It's just Persona's got the funky vibe.
Mm-hmm.
SMT's got the... There's just actually more genitalia monsters vibe. Speaking of genitalia monsters...
I'm about to say Pikmin.
Pikmin porn. I'm, of course, referring to Louis.
Louis.
He kind of is.
I thought you were referring to
fucking crustacean.
The purple Pikmin.
I feel like a purple Pikmin. I miss Reggie so much, bros.
Yeah. I feel like a purple Pikmin.
He says it in such a happy way.
And everyone's just like...
He gets on the weight scale, it's just like 450. Well, Reggie's got a good, like, muscle to fat ratio, but it's just he's 8'11".
Yeah, like Shaquille O'Neal.
Yeah. Shaquille O'Neal's the purple Pikmin of basketball.
That's not accurate.
So what I'm trying to say, now that we've brought up Shaquille O'Neal, he's going to voice Captain Olimar in the next game, is we're never... Why is it funny?
What are all these strange creatures? I better find my ship parts. Just walks into the fucking wilderness.
Okay.
Oh my god.
It's
almost time to go to bed.
I can cure... He said softly. I can cure your depression in 2 sentences.
Okay.
Picture in your mind's eye Shaquille O'Neal.
Mm-hmm.
Now picture him with Olimar's nose. Like, twice the size of his skull.
I can cure your depression in 5 seconds.
Okay. Okay.
Close your eyes.
Uh-huh.
I want the audience to do this too. Close your eyes and picture a fat man with a baseball cap and a white shirt and a beard stubble saying, "I want that juicy shack meat." There you go.
Speaking of juicy meat, Splatoon 3. No, show's canceled!
What?
No, I'm not talking about. No, it's fine. No, I'm okay. It's fine.
What the hell are you talking about?
Yes. I mean, no, I mean.
no. Oh, God.
Does this game have a release date? I don't remember.
Yes, I just said it. I said it was before my birthday.
That's right, yeah, September. It's so weird for Splatoon to come out in September, though. It feels like the summer game.
Is that when they often release, or?
I think Splatoon 1 came out... Yeah, I think they both came out in June.
Okay.
Summer.
Fair enough. You know what? I'm going to say this right now. I think we'll be getting a Splatoon 2... Or no, Splatoon 3 Direct.
I think so, too.
I didn't want to say that at first, but they're keeping a lot secret and close to the chest.
You know what? Yeah. They wouldn't do it all in a Direct.
Because I feel like if we even have new Squid Sisters, that's where those are going to be at. They're going to go in depth on their personalities a little bit. They're going to show off the hub world, and they're going to do all that. That's not all going to be in one Direct. That's going to be a specific Splatoon 3 Direct.
K-pop band of Squid Sisters. There's just like 9 of them. I don't know why that's
like
a K-pop or J-pop thing where there's just like a million members instead of 4.
Wasn't there a band or like a girl singers group where there was like 5 ladies? I can't even remember their names. They were like an old.
Well, that was Maroon 5.
Have you seen that guy's face? He looks like he could be just a fucking alien. Sorry to the singer of Maroon 5.
I don't really think you are, though, is I'm the not. Thing. I don't... So why even?
Listen, I'm ugly, but I don't put myself on camera intentionally. He did. That's his fault. Fucking humans.
What are you on about? You actually just forgot to take your schizo meds.
Oh yeah, I didn't.
You're the most. Not only do you sound incoherent, but you sound mean while you're incoherent.
I'm mean coherent.
You are a fucking unicorn. There is no one else like you.
Oh man. My pill bottle's empty.
You have to restock on your pixie sticks.
Well, let me reach.
Chocolate chip cookies, Hershey's Kisses, and exclusively green apple Skittles are medication. I ate an entire Ben & Jerry's container, but while that's not all that impressive, I did it in about 4 minutes, and you are still the bigger fat ass. And that makes you tonight's biggest loser. I cannot believe. But why are you rambling about some singer guy all the while? You're not even telling jokes, you're yelling at some famous guy for being ugly?
Don't you do that? Don't you fucking do that sometimes for actors? Like, no, never mind, they suck. Or moving on. Or something.
There's no one else in the room. I think he's talking to me? I don't know.
I'm talking to you, you fuck ass. Don't even pretend. Don't even.
Speaking of pretending to care, Xenoblade Chronicles 3! I did it! I win!
You win. I'll let you have that one. Hey, guess what came out today? As the same day that we're doing this. A Xenoblade 3 Direct. Hey, Drew, did you watch the Direct?
No.
Moving on. I feel like that's kind of rude. Okay. I was talking with Drew in the car about this, Xenoblade...
So the lead singer of Maroon 5 is like, he doesn't even put on makeup.
Yeah, the characters from Xenoblade Chronicles 3 are ugly too. But anyway, moving on.
Wait a minute, is that true?
No, it's not. I just don't like some of the character designs. I don't like that the Nopon have weird anime eyes now.
What do the characters look like?
You're looking up exclusively the Maroon 5 guy.
No, now I'm mad because that would have been such a funny joke.
I thought you were gonna do it. I swore. I was like, he's gonna look up the Maroon 5
That's why
guy.
you think he's ugly, is because he's actually a Nopon.
That would be a better plot twist.
Animals!
Oh my gosh.
Hello?
Who?
Nobody. Next question. Kirby!
Let me see.
Hey, look, it's my phone wallpaper.
Come on.
Nope.
Fine.
Why are you like that? Why'd you grab my hand like this?
Because I wanted to see what the character design was.
No! I'm not gonna let you jerk off during your podcast.
What, like you do any better?
What? Are you implying that I've ever duringed?
Why would I do it if you don't?
What? Did I hear that right?
This will cut out.
Kirby. That's the name you know. Kirby, please get me off of the show.
What an excellent cut-in.
I'm really so done. I'm calling 911.
Kirby, pick me up.
9111 is the number you call when it's really scary.
When you need Kirby to save you. You dial 9111. Hey, Dad. Oh, yeah. Thanks.
You're such a fucking scary person.
Thank you. Moving on.
Nintendo Switch Sports.
Here's some special items.
I'm so glad there's only 3 items on this list. He really said, if I heard this correctly, there's no point in me jerking off during our recordings if you weren't doing it at the same time.
Yeah, how else are we going to power up the crystal?
Portal Companion Collection.
What a great segue.
I'm just imagining you as the next Aperture Lab test subject, and Gladys is just like, I'm not even trying with him. He's just staying locked in the room with the mariachi music. Star Fox.
What do you expect out of Star Fox?
Yoshi.
What do you expect?
Yoshi, get me out of here.
Come on, stop! I guess that's the end. Was that really it, Drew? Was that all you had? Was that it?
Can the audio pick me up as I'm hiding from you?
Yeah.
So I opened this giant hole of a closet.
Yeah.
That I've been wondering the contents of for like the 5 or 6 entire years I've known this guy. And the only thing that's in here is just a nailed down to the board pencil sharpener. Good night, everybody.
I guess that's it. All right, bye.